Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. Today we are going to learn the basic fundamentals of website development using HTML and CSS. Together we will build a responsive real-world website step by step, even if you are a complete beginner. To create our website, we will be using HTML, CSS and a little bit of JavaScript. We will write all our code in Visual Studio Code, which is a popular and free code editor. Let's start by installing Visual Studio Code. Go to the official website and click on the download button. If you are using Windows, download the Windows version. If you are on a Mac, download the Mac version. Once you click the button, the download will begin automatically. Visual Studio Code supports many programming languages. We will be using it to write HTML, CSS and JavaScript. As I already have the setup downloaded, I will remove it first and show you how to install it. Click on I accept the agreement, then next, and then click install. It will install in the C drive by default, but you can change the location if you want. Let's wait for the installation to complete, then click finish. Getting started with Visual Studio Code. Now you will see the Visual Studio Code interface. You can choose a color theme you like. Click next, then markdown, and you can skip the welcome screen if you prefer. Next, go to the file, click on new window. Here you will find options like new file, new folder, open file and open folder. Let's create a new folder in local disk C drive. Right click, choose new folder and name it as you like. This is where all our project files will be saved. Now open Visual Studio Code, click open folder and select the one you just created. Click yes, I trust the author. Close the Copilot and welcome tabs. On the left you will see our new web development folder, which is currently empty. Now let's create our first file by clicking new file and naming it index.html. You can check the file by opening the same folder in C drive. Here it is. When you write HTML in Visual Studio Code, it automatically gives you the closing tag. Start with the doc type HTML tag, which is required in every HTML file. Now let's add a heading tag. Whatever you write inside a heading tag will appear bold and large on the website. This is how headings are displayed. To view your website, open the index.html file, choose a browser like Chrome. You will see your text appear as a proper heading. Now let's talk a bit about what HTML and CSS actually are. HTML is like the skeleton of a web page. It helps your browser understand what should be shown on the screen, like text, images, links, buttons. CSS is like the clothing and decoration of your website. It controls how everything looks, the colors, fonts, layout, spacing and visual effects. If you only use HTML, the website will work, but it will look plain. When you add CSS, your site becomes more colorful, styled and user-friendly. If you want to add a video, you can use the video tag in HTML. It's a bit tricky at first, so we will cover that more in our next lesson. Let's look at the paragraph tag. We can copy any sample paragraph from a browser and place it in the p tag. Save the file. Now you will see the paragraph properly displayed on your website. These are called basic HTML tags, and you create as many files as you want in your project folder. For example, I just created another HTML file, and you can see both files in the folder now. If you go to a website like YouTube, all the text you see is built using HTML and the design. The colors and layout is done using CSS. Right click on website and click inspect to see the real HTML and CSS code used on that page. In element tab you can see the HTML code. In style tab you can check the CSS code. You can also use view page source to see all the tags and links that build the website. So this was a basic introduction to HTML, CSS and how to set up Visual Studio Code. We learned about tags, how to use them and how to build and view a simple web page. If you create a file without .html at the end, your browser won't recognize it as a web page. So always remember to use the .html extension. This wraps up our lesson for today. In the next lecture, we will explore more exciting things and go deeper into web design. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.